So I'm just going to do a little bit of a rant here. I'm a bit irritated. By I mean a bit, well, quite a bit. I think I bought a lemon from a dealership that is not willing to help me. When I first got this car, it was for the purpose of delivery, and yes, I used it a lot over the last year. I think I got it it was February. It's not even a year yet. And the brakes are shot. The brakes are completely gone. I took it into the dealership because it's just rubbing and squeaking and getting worse and worse. It felt like they were going to seize up, these brakes. But they're not really willing to help me. Unless I'm willing to pay, which I shouldn't really have to pay. But he says, well, the manufacturer's warranty, we'll see about that, and we'll see if we can get you the brakes for free. But I doubt it because the manufacturer's warranty is probably run out, and da-da-da-da-day. They're just giving me the runaround. But the brakes are shot. The top front tires, they're pretty much bald, so I can't even drive in the winter like that, especially. They don't plow the side streets here, and they don't do any kind of road maintenance that's worthy of keeping these roads good. So I end up probably in the ditch or not even moving when it comes to that. But we'll have to see. This car is shot. I've been home for 3 days. My wife doesn't like the idea that if I have to use her vehicle or Jeep, she hates it when I use her Jeep. But not only that, the gas prices for her Jeep is ridiculous. But I have to work. I have to get back to work. But pray, Lord willing, I'll get something happening so I can get this either car fixed or traded in or something. We're thinking about going to another dealership, another place where she originally got her Jeep, which is Crowfoot Dodge, which helped her a lot when she got her Jeep. So we might end up going there and getting another vehicle for me. I don't know. But right now I'm home. I can't go anywhere. So it kind of sucks. I need to make a living, and I can't make a living, and I can't afford to buy brakes. I can't afford to buy tires. Ba 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 ba. All right, there's my rant. Lord willing, something will come along. It always does. I thank God for that, and we move along. And on that theme, we have divine favors, which is the grace of God. By virtue of the grace glorious, our place in the mind and affairs of God is among the celestials. There above all the fleeting pageantry and torturous circumstances of things terrestrial, which I just told you about. God has assigned our sphere. In harmony with God's purpose of the eons, we constitute the great vanguard of His choice, the instruments of His will, in an administration which truly and perfectly complete the divine purpose. How unlike the fervor tangled aims of man, who would give place and power to Philistine virtue and strength. Truly His thoughts are high. Who so magnificently displays the qualities of grace? God has flung forth favors which move us to wonder and praise. Again and again, He would thrill our hearts by the stirring notes of love's surprise symphony. He would have us listen to the music of His own making, that we might revel in the chords and phrases of the truest melody, the harmonies of His grace, occurring in the opening clauses of Paul's Ephesian epistle. We have beautiful quatrain of divine grace. It forms a precious prelude to the full realization of God's purpose. He chooses us in Him. He designates us beforehand for the place of a son. He lavishes on us the riches of His grace. He makes known to us the secret of His will. Such language nobly befits the God and Father of our Lord Jesus Christ, the Father glorious. Grace rides triumphantly, as each phrase opens with and revels in the majesty of God, great and greatly to be praised. He chooses us in Him. Here we have the motive of the whole theme. He, us, Him. What an indissoluble union. chosen in him, chosen ere such choice could be marred by shade of sin, recipients of a favor unmoved by caprice, and undetermined by the things which so sway the human choice, a choice as perfect as it is absolute. Behind every case, the wisdom of God, mysterious it may be, but ever and always the associate of love. He chooses, and it is for us to acknowledge and appreciate and adore. And in face of such choice, all voices are stilled. Human pride, wisdom, and the endeavor are outclassed and eclipsed by the effulgence of grace. There's but room for bowed heart and knee in the presence of such absolute favor. We are graced in the beloved, of whom the Father could say, "This is my beloved Son, in whom I delight." What an outflow of grace, thus to choose, in spite of that sin which was to shadow the circle of creation for so long. Grace first on the scene, and the victor at last. He chose, and there are and will be continual proofs of his choice. Chosen in him. It is ever operative, and will be seen again and again in ways to make us marvel at the manner of his love. Such love is timeless, even as it is measureless and unceasing. And so, as we pass to the harmonies flowing from such love and grace, we revel in the ever-present tense of the words in which they are so finely phrased. He designates us before for the place of the Son.